Hey everyone, another day, another anime review. Here at Japanese Anime Mania, or JAM, we do our best to overanalyze and critique the anime choices of the week. I'm your host Hunter, and let's see what's on our plate for today. There are many ways to get into anime back in the early 2000s. There was Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, One Piece, and if you stayed up late enough, you could actually watch Cartoon Network's Adult Swim program, which kinda sucked at the time and still sucks today, because they start showing anime at like 10 or almost midnight, and you're like, oh, but I gotta watch the new episode of Full Metal Alchemist or Ghost in the Shell. And that's where a lot of people got introduced to anime, and that's even where Death Note started. When I first watched it, I imagined this like the CSI of the anime world. I was like, this is really cool and intriguing. And eventually, that's what actually got my parents to start liking anime, because they actually liked that it had a good story. Albeit with some other problems that made it kind of bad. I'll explain that here soon. So, get ready as we review Death Note. Let's go. We follow the story of Light Yagami, an intellectual high school student, as he tries to stave off boredom in his last years of high school. In another dimension, the death god known as Ryuk is also trying to stave off boredom in eternity. The death gods, though looking very different and boasting power levels, they all result in the same task. With their item, the Death Note, they have the ability to kill someone simply by writing their name in it. To help his boredom, Ryuk drops his Death Note, which prompts Light to pick it up. After testing out the absurd concept, which, by the way, if I saw something like that, I'd be like, heck no, I'm burning this thing, because I don't mess with that kind of supernatural junk. Like Ouija boards, no, I'm not testing any of that. I'm scared of that kind of thing. Finding out that it works, then this guy, a teenager, has the idea of cleansing the world of what he has come to hate due to the idea of excessive violence and criminals. Ryuk joins him on Earth as he goes about his plan, wiping out the scum of the Earth, even adapting the name Kira. He eventually garners enough attention from the world's greatest detective, simply known as L. What will come from his hectic game of cat and mouse, and who will escape with their life? We also have the hyper fangirl Misa Amane, and please don't hate me, but I hate her. Other than having the ability of Shinigami eyes, which allow the user to see anyone's time of death and true name, Misa is a thorn in everyone's side. Death Note comes from Studio Madhouse, so once again, expect some epic scenes filled with depth and color that play with your mind. As a reminder, Madhouse helped make One Punch Man, so that's a good idea on what kind of quality we are in store for. I do have to note that there are some scenes that are beautifully animated, but have no reason to be so. Like, they're just kind of wasted money right there in some scenes. Take the epic potato chip scene, for instance. A huge meme-worthy scene due to the over-exaggeration, and there's no need for this extra flair. Yes, the epic way of Light concealing the Death Note inside of a potato chip bag is interesting, but is it really needed to add a few sparkles here and there? I enjoy big orchestral pieces of music, such as Octavia von Skendorf's theme in Madoka Magica, as it can give you the epic scale of what's in store. And that's what the Death Note soundtrack does. It's able to just be like, in your face, blaring, loud and good. It's just like, it's playing in the background right now, but it's just like one of those pieces. It's just like, all right, I'm on edge. I'm paying attention to you. I love it. The music delivers in that sense, as it has the constant build-up and crescendos at the right time to get the best possible feedback in this kind of show. Now, here's where I'm probably going to make people mad in the review, if I haven't done so already. Season 1, as I said, is very, very well done. We have the cat and mouse game between L and Light, and it's just like, who's going to win at the end? And honestly, my opinion here is that it probably should have ended with Season 1. I understand that, yes, it's based verbatim off the manga series, and that's very good. I appreciate that. But the problem is that after some events that happened at the end of Season 1, I really had no motivation to continue. Because it was just, you lost a very good character, and it's just like, yes, here are these two new guys, and you're going to love them, and you're going to appreciate them just the same. And it felt like the show was just trying to fill up the quota and the fluff, and it just didn't really work. Especially the opening and outros for most of these pieces. Because in Season 1, we did have the ascension of Light thinking that he was a god in both the intro and the outro. You know, symbolism and whatnot, and it works. But with Season 2, it just puts in, for some reason, Maximum the Hormone, which, if you haven't heard of their songs, very heavy metal, and it's just like, so out of place, especially in this kind of show. I mean, I guess you could associate it with the madness of killing all these people, but it just feels so out of place in what we've been seeing recently. So in the end here, I'm going to have a new thing, a duo verdict. So for season 1, I will give a buy rating because it was, like I said, it's able to make the cat and mouse CSI kind of detective drama that was really well done in its place. But for season 2, I'm going to have to give just a stream or heck, maybe even the skip it option because there's not enough there for me to warrant continue watching after what happened in season 1. It's just like, cool, I guess, but you're already hooked line and sinker. Death Note is licensed by Viz Media and is currently streamable on Netflix. For an ultimate recommendation, let's just go into the show that I kind of have the same opinion with, Psycho-Pass. Psycho-Pass, we live in a dystopian future, kind of like 1984, to where the police have to go in and take down criminals before they even commit crimes. So if you've watched Minority Report, it's kind of like that film and combine that with all dystopian novels that you've seen nowadays. Psycho-Pass is licensed by Funimation and is currently streamable on their website as well as on Hulu. So with more egomaniac characters, let's go on to Eden of the East. I haven't watched this show in a while, and the movies after a while, I'm gonna have to probably revisit it. But from what I remember, I actually do enjoy, and it kind of combines the same idea of what Death Note had, to where Death Note had the all-powerful notebook to kill people. In Eden of the East, we have a cell phone that can grant any wish possible to achieve a person's goal. I won't spoil anymore, because like I said, I will review it later, as well as the films, because they're kind of important to the whole thing. But there you have it. Eden of the East is licensed by Funimation and is currently streamable on their website as well as on Netflix. That's it for today, and thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Here at the Dynamic Duo, Chris and I also do Let's Plays. I mean, like that's not a thing here on the internet. But if you want to see little gameplay bits and some comedy action bits, then go ahead and check our channel down below. Links to all our social media are there, as well as, we got our Facebook, our Twitter, and our Tumblr. If you want any information of what's going on with the channel or if something happens, then be sure to check those out whenever you can. Until next time, guys, be truly dynamic. See ya.